My hands are about to be in dye. And then Joyce wants to know what color. Nicole Smith, hello, good morning. Come in, come in. Welcome, welcome. I thought for the first few minutes this morning, I would, I'm not doing too great here. I would get out my little grateful book here that I have many of you in. I haven't put anybody in a while. I haven't really fussed around with this. As I'm looking through this morning, I'm thinking, boy, I really did a lousy job on these tags. I got to redo that, but my punch is buried, so we'll have to do that later. All right, Jacqueline says she is going to dye eggplant purple and emerald green. Oh, yum. Good morning, Cynthia. Cynthia, I don't know if you're in my book. Nicole Smith, have we met before? Oh my gosh, I'm terrible at this. There's no sense in me making a list because I'll never remember where I put the list. If we've met before, I am just so embarrassed to say I don't remember. But Cynthia, I don't think you're in my book. Would you mind answering a few questions? I don't think you're in here. All right, let's see who I got. Vale, good morning, my dear. All right, so this is a grateful book, and I purchased this from. You lost your growth. It's just pitiful, isn't it? It's just so sad. There's Anne Marie. Hey, good morning. Is it morning or it might be afternoon for you? All right, so I purchased this from Jacqueline. I believe this might have been a reader's. Maybe it was just a regular hardback book that she fashioned into a journal. Hey, Christine. And so I thought, why don't I use this to put some of my favorite people in, which of course are you, my art buddies. So there's different papers and such in here. So I asked the girls in here certain questions. Of course, I put your name in here, your favorite colors. Oh, I guess your birthday month, maybe? No, this is just now because Joyce is, I think, summer birthday. This is when I started the book, November 2025. Okay. Your favorite your favorite art form. You're new to my chat. Oh, so welcome. It's so nice to meet you. So lovely of you to come in and join us. All right. So you know this group of ladies is a nice group of ladies because you've been with Ginger Pam. That's really cool. Good morning, Brenda. And then I asked how tall you are because I know it's a bizarre question, but I've come to learn that I'm a giant in the land of art buddies. Most of you are really little. And then a few of you mentioned something that you might like to have on your page. G3, good morning. So I've got Joyce here up first. Look, see, I didn't print so well. I got to go back and do some doodling and stuff. But Joyce said she wanted some crocheting on her page. Now, I think she mentioned a flower, but I didn't have a flower, so I put this cute little heart on here for Joyce. And I did 2 pages together, so hopefully that doesn't tear. And then I thought I would put tabs on here so I could find everybody more easy. And here's Kellyanne. She's always saying put a bird on it. And there are things about Kel on there. On this tag here, I couldn't fit Jacqueline, so I put Jack Q, which now we have a Jackie Hunter, which she spells hers with a Q. I should just put J on here. Hey, Tooch. Good morning, Linda. You will be back at this. I will be back at, you'll be in the back of the store. Angie. Tooch's name popped up and then Angie's message came in. Hold on. Angie says, hello all. I will be back. She's at the store. Our Angie's always on the move and in the groove. All right, so you can see I have plenty of room. So here's Angie Brown's, and I put a little yo-yo and one of her beautiful flowers she makes. And we've got Lucia. She loves to quilt. She's only 5'3". Okay. Ginger Pam, she's 5'4". She's a little one. Mary is 5'7". They say I'm 5'7", but I'm pretty sure I'm 5'6". And Lana, she's one of the taller ones. There's a few of us in this land of little people. G3 Brenda is only 5'2". It's not an original idea. Dee Dee did something like this, but I hadn't thought about it in a long time, and I just didn't know what I wanted to do with this journal. So I thought, why not do this? So here we have Jenny. She's 5'7". She's one of the taller ones. Janet Nash is a cute 5'2". Let me tell you, she's a cutie. She's a little cutie patootie. And she does these wonky hearts, which are delightful. So I just cut out a couple of fabric hearts and put on here. Yes, the land of the little people. The little artful. Here's the Tooch. Tooch is taller. And really, in the grand scheme of things, those of us that are 5'6", 5'7", we're really not that tall. Yeah, my husband just realized they measured him, I guess, with this surgery and all. I think he's 6'2", and he was 6'4". He was a little, although he doesn't walk up straight, you know what I mean? He's got the shoulder slump going on. Now, there are things I can add to these pages, of course, and of course, doodling is one. But I should put this by my comfy chair because that's where I do my mindless doodling, coloring, jazzmatazz. Who else I got in here? Devin. Devin carved this little stamp and then sent me the image so I could print it. This is her little loose. She talks about her quite a bit. Devin's only 5'2" 3/4". Brenda says she doesn't feel short until she tries to reach something at the time. Yes, my husband has often helped little people at the grocery store. See this page here? I think this is where I want to put Who's Your Mama? If she comes in now. She and I were chatting last night, and she gave me some information. But you know what? I have one eye half shut, so you're a shorty. Judy O, 5'4". Another little peanut. When Debbie and I were talking last night, oh, thanks to Nicole. Nicole, you want to be in the book? I was telling her about this book, and she shared with me that her mother is only 4'7". How cute is that? 4'7". All right, here's Gail. Gail's only 5 foot. You meet, these people from online. We talk and we chat all the time, right? We're in and out of everybody's stream. And I feel like I know a lot of you girls, right? And you get a certain perception. And I never would have thought of Gail as being 5 foot. I just think of her as a taller woman, like, my size, 5'6", 5'5", 5'7". All right, Vale's only 5'2". She is a shorty. So see, I've got plenty of room in here, girls. Okay, Peggy's gonna head to the craft room, and she'll pop back in, I'm sure. Or maybe she'll listen while she works. Do. All right, so where's my page for? I'm going to put Who's Your Mama. I want to spell Hoosier correctly, though. I think it's H-O-O. And I'm not sure what. I'm thinking she's like an Indiana or something, but I'm not sure. So I'm going to put her here. Give her a page. Who's Your Mama? And I think she's got a number after this. Is she Indiana, Brenda? Or are you saying you're Indiana? Anyway, she's Debbie. So I'm going to put her name here. Debbie. And Debbie is 5-1. Can you stand it? 5-1. I'm not sure if she told me what. You're both in Indiana? Okay, cool. Thank you, Brenda. So she's in Indiana. And hey, Lynn, good morning. Lynn, I don't think you're not in my book either. Are you a shorty, Lynn? You got a lot of 5'2", eyes of blue. My dad was always singing that. Um, she likes journaling. Say, Cynthia, your mom's not even. My mom was 5'2". All right, so we're going to say here she likes journaling. Well, she likes creating, making the books, making journals. Now, Debbie has silky chickens. Does anybody know what a silky chicken was? I thought I knew, and I looked it up, and I was right. It's those chickens, really, Joyce, 4 foot something. They're the chickens that have all those like little, like if you see them on reels and they're saying something fresh, and they're like, well, I don't know what she's talking about, and and their feathers are all crazy, and some are long and some are short. I'm gonna get a picture and save it. And then I'm going to print it and put it on her page. So she has silky chickens, actually. Oh, so Lynn, do you mind if I put you in my book? All right, so this is a start for Hoosier. I'm going to put a bookmark here. Let's find a page for Lynn. Now, some of these pages could say, oh, here's a nice page. Okay, so let's put, I got to get this right. Heel K9 Lynn. Heel K9 Lynn. And what'd you say you was? You was 5'2". She's 5'2". And I don't know, did you say your state? And you put, I'm going to put loves purple, hates Spideys. All right, so I missed where, okay. Some of you were born in, Nicole, you were born in 71? Oh my gosh, that's the year I graduated high school. Okay, how sad is that? Yeah, look at this is Jacqueline's paper. Isn't it cool beans? Isn't it cool beans? Okay, so we need a state for Lynn. Got her, what I need also, Lynn, I need your favorite art form or genre. I was going to say, I asked Debbie last night what her favorite art genre was, but I couldn't remember how to spell genre. Now it's coming to me, Genre, right? I don't know. I just couldn't think of it last night. All right, so I'm waiting to see where Lynn is from. That's all I was asking, right? Art genre, height, favorite color, and what state? Oh, Joyce. Joyce, I think it's cute that you remember that. Joyce, see, I think Joyce is a real cutie. I think she's a real cutie patootie. Oh, and I gotta get okay, St. Louis, Missouri. Oh, Missouri. Okay, I'm gonna put Mo. And she can't train her therapy dogs or take them to visit right now. Oh, sweetie. But you're headed towards being healing, right? You're casted up, and you. How many weeks in are you? Oh, and she loves junk journals. Okay. Junk journaling, I'm going to say. Got to get some doodles going on here. Okay, now let's find a page for Cynthia. I'm putting you in here. I can't imagine why you would not want to be in here. So, but I'm going to put you in here. Oh, this is a cute page, isn't it? Isn't that a cute page? Let's put Cynthia here. My dog has big problems. I know. Well, our dog is getting better, but Cat's Gallery. Good morning, Cat's Gallery. But she still has issues, and we just don't know what to do. I mean, not issues, but like, okay, I'm going to ask you just one question, Lynn, and you don't have to answer if you don't want to. But like, we give her a little, we give her a chewy thing, a chewy bone, right? And she will not chew it. She carries it around. She cries. She doesn't like our other dogs would like try to bury it like behind a pillow or a blanket. I know, right, Peggy? It's great. Um, but she cries and it upsets my husband. He's like, what? And I keep saying to him, I think I Googled it once, and it's because they think it's so precious that they don't want to. So, like, should we just take it up so she doesn't see it? Is it upsetting for them, or eventually will she start gnawing on it? I don't know. It might be too much for you to answer. I just am very curious about that. Anyway, okay, this is going to be Cynthia. So we've got Cynthia McCoy, Cynthia McCoy. All right, now Cynthia, if you said how tall you were, I missed it. So if you get a minute, tell me what state you're in because I wasn't paying attention. Oh, you can do Cindy? Okay. Because some people, don't like Nikki names. I know I um, didn't want my children to have Nikki names because my name is a Nikki name and my real name I never use. So I have a thing. Oh no, Lynn fell over the dishwasher door on December 5th and broke her wrist. She's a retired social worker and she does the dog training for fun. How nice. Find her a different treat. No, this is like one of those, it's not a rawhide thing, but it's like to help with their teeth and give them, crunch, 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 crunch. FYI, enabling alert. Woot, 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 woot. Blue light special, blue light special. So listen, if you don't want to be enabled, close your ears, close your ears. Fair warning, fair warning. American Crafts is having a huge sale. Dun, dun, dun. Now we know Peggy's not buying because Peggy's always giving her stuff away. Okay, so she likes Cindy. Now, where is Cindy from? Too late, too late. My only hope is that because of my bad memory, I won't remember that later. Do, do, do. All right, Cynthia, where are you from? Favorite color and how tall? How tall is Cynthia? Now, Nicole, don't go anywhere because you're going to be up next. I'm putting you in up next. Oh, that's nice, Peggy. Oh yeah, don't get out slipping in a slide. And somebody told me somebody's mother-in-law went out and slipped and broke her hip. Don't be doing none of that jazz. It's not. You know what, Peggy? We're not in a hurry. None of us are in a hurry. We're really not. And I know this because I'm a genius. Okay. Massachusetts. Okay. You're not too far from me then. Massachusetts. She's a tall one. All right, 5'6". And she likes blue, blue on blue, heartache on heartache. 75% off. So that's online, Peg? All right, just need your favorite genre, Cynthia. Where do I have? Let's do this so I can flip back. Oh, flip back. Okay, Nicole, you're up next. Who else am I missing? We got somebody else new in here. Who the cat girl, the cat lady. All right, let's find a page for Nicole. These pages are nice, but they're hard to see because they're no rawhide. Right, right. Yeah, I knew that. Um, greenies, Nyla bones, real marrow dog bones. Yeah. Some dogs just don't like to chew. Well, she does. Or they are worried the other dogs. Yeah. Thanks, Freya. Hey, Anne Marie, I don't have you in here either. We gotta find a place for Anne Marie, right? She's not in here. All right, right now. Oh, this is a nice page. Let's put Nicole in here. Nicole Smith. You're in the book, whether you want to be or not. All right, so Nicole, I need from you your favorite color, how tall you are, what state you live in, and your favorite art genre. Okay. Now let me find another little clippy dippy here. Little clippy dippy you on the side. I need where you are from, Anne Marie, and I believe you're Norway, correct? Oh, you're another Ohio girl. So cool. Okay, Ohio. She's from the land of the Giants, 5'6". Blue green. All right. Blue and green. All right, so where you're from, Anne Marie, how tall you are, your favorite colors, and your favorite art media or uh, genre, I'm saying. And we're going to say junk. Okay, now here's something else I'm going to put out there. All right, you may not be up for this. Oh, so she's got 1971. She's a youngin. That's the year I graduated. Oh, that's just so sad. My lab found a tree branch and broke his. Oh no, Peggy! He had to go to the doggy dentist. Yeah, that's Muco bucks. Oh no, it's centimeters. Wait a minute. Oh, card making. That's interesting. Cindy Daly, good morning. I don't think we've met before either. I think being the recipient of new guest via Ginger Pam. She's a little sweetie pie, isn't she? Okay, so we've got Nicole. All right, here's an idea. Now, you may not be interested in this, but if you are, I can be found on Instagram as Pink Girly, and then you can find me on Facebook too, Pink Girly. And my email address is pinkgirly at gmail. Okay. So that's, to me, that's not too hard to remember. If you want to send me a picture at Christmas, I received a gift where I can print little pictures that turn out fabulously. So I can put that on your page if you want. Now, I don't have to show it, on the screen. It would be helpful if you told me, please don't show this on the interweb. And that maybe that's getting a little too, but whatever. You could send me a picture of your dog, or say your art space, or your comfy chair, and I'll put it on your page. That would be so fun to me. Okay, but you got to do you. So you got to do you. You got to do you. All right. So now I'm really getting involved here. I need a page for Anne Marie. Boy, these are nice. Oh, look. So let's put her on this side. All right. So Anne, and that's Anne with an E. Oh, I love Anne with an E. Anne Maritm. Wow, she's from Norway. Doesn't that sound delicious? Delicious. Oh, G3, wonderful. Thank you. That would be so great. Okay, so Norway, now, I got to get my eyes back to the right spot here. I got to look up centimeters, how to do centimeters. Wait a minute, I got to write that down somewhere. I'll put it here 164. 164 centimeters. I have to do the what do you call it? Not translation. I have to calculate what it is in inches. Okay, and she likes pink and purple. Pink and purple. Oh, and she likes to make cards. Card making, that's interesting. I have a good friend who loves card making. Okay. All right, cool. So that's Anne Marit. Now, okay, so how do I do the Tromso? Is that a T-R-O? Okay. Tromso, the little line through it. Oh, isn't that cool? Okay. Nice. All right. Cool. That's wonderful. Thank you so much. All right, I got some decorating to do. Okay, now I want to get somebody came in and they had cat in the front of their name. I wonder if she would like to. Well, she's not going to have a choice. I'm just going to put her in here. If she doesn't, now let me twist your arm. If she doesn't answer the questions, that's fine. I'm scrolling back a little bit, see if I can. Cat's gallery, there she is. Okay, let's find. Ooh, look at this. I'm putting her name on an angle here. Let's go, cats. Oh, she's got the @ sign. Cats gallery 3864. Cats gallery 3864. Okay, cats. So if you want in, or me to put information in here, I got you. I got a page started for you. Now, if you want to be in here and I haven't started a page for you, just it's not an interruption. I was going to say just interrupt me, but it's not really an interruption. Wait a minute. I'm grabbing for a clip. Most mornings I can go. I'm trying not to eat till about noon. I can go and not eat till noon with no problem. Today I feel ravenous. Well, we tried some new chews for our dog. Well, it was me. I ordered it because she loves to chew, and we haven't had anything for her to chew. So I ordered it, and she gobbled it up, and then she got so sick. So we're off of that jazz. We're off of that jazz. Okay. So now let's forge ahead. I've got to get back to the live. Judy, Judy, Judy. She says, "Peekaboo." I have my great nephew, and he says, "Hello, Mrs. Lori and everybody. You're eating cinnamon rolls." Okay, Kat says, "What do I do?" You just have to answer a couple of questions. Good morning, Judy. How lovely to see you. And good morning to your great nephew. Great nephews are the best. All right, that's Cynthia. I got another clippy clip. That's Nicole. Did I not clip your page? Oh geez, this will take me a day. Oh yeah, I didn't, because you had that cool page I just wrote on the side. Okay, so I want to know where you're from. This who's your mama? Don't, no worries, Debbie. No worries, no worries. I put you in my book. Wait a minute. Now I'm looking for. There's who's your mama. Okay, we'll catch up. There's our Judy. I think you were back towards here, wasn't you? Yeah, here you are. Okay, so what state do you live in if you're in a state? I'm assuming you're in a state. Your favorite colors, how tall are you, and your favorite art form or genre. And then Debbie, I put you in here and I have 5-1 and that you're from Indiana, that you like making journals, but I couldn't remember if we talked about your favorite color. So I need to add your favorite color in there, Deb, if you can answer me. So I'm drinking a smoothie. I got a piece of cheese here and a piece of meat here because I am starved. Oh, those numbers don't mean anything to you. YouTube added it. Who's your mama is blue. Well, I'm going to leave it on there because that's how we can identify you. Um, and if you want to tell us your first name, that's fine. If you don't, that's fine too. All right, we're putting in here for Debbie Blue. That was my mommy's favorite color. Um, Anne Marit says, you've always had those numbers. It's just that YouTube has started showing handles instead. Sometimes, if there's other people that want the same name as you, they assign a number. Yes, I do, Cindy. And Cindy Daly, hello, hello. I do paint. I don't paint as much now as I did years ago because I like to do so many different things. But I've been known to slap a brush around a little bit, if you know what I mean. Okay, so I'm waiting on information from Cats, and I got Who's Your Mama. Oh, um, Debbie, I was going to ask you. I said to the girls earlier before you popped in, if you want to send me a picture of some kind, I can put that on your page. And I was thinking if you had a picture of your well, you can send me a picture of you too. That'd be fine. But I was thinking if you wanted to send a picture of your um, silky chickens, that might be cool to stick on your page, or if there's something you want on your page, tell me. And I'll try to find it and put it on. Good morning, Devin. Devin, we showed your page and you're a little loose. You're a little loose. Okay, so I've got this clip here for Cats. Boop. So I'm going to set this aside for right now and get started on what I should really be doing. Replayers, I have to say, I'm sorry. I should have said you should scoot ahead a little bit if you want to, because we're fussing around with my Grateful book, which is just so much fun. I know there's a couple new people I missed. Angie Brown is back. She's back. She's back. She's back. Okay. So let's get to the task at hand today. I have someone in my life who is very dear to me. And oh look, I bought a new watch band and I'm going to be sticking to. I have several people that are very dear to me, but one in particular, in this case, is Jacqueline Lovely. She has my heart. This gal has my heart. She is such a little love bug. I love her. And she, a little while back, talked me into purchasing some of these. Oh gosh, I tapped my mouse and now I've got a giant screen with no way to see my chatty chatter. You thought I made an output. Well, that would be something, wouldn't it? Oh gosh. So she encouraged me to buy these bags, and I did have some of these. Some had advertisements on them. One I think was from one of the art shops, like Dick Blick or Jerry's Artorama or something. And I started out with some that were like a pencil case size, and then I got a couple of these bigger ones. But I never thought about actually purchasing a quantity and using them. And Jacqueline uses these for everything, right? So I got my first batch, and then lo and behold, I found I needed a second batch. Well, most of mine are storage, and then I can put them in a big bin either this way or this way. I have not labeled them, which would really be a bright idea, but I haven't done that. And for the most part, if I want to clear my desk off, if I'm working on a project, I open one of these puppies up and just stuff things in there. And then I wonder why I can't find stuff. Hello. So I was putting some of these under my, what I call Kellyanne's table. It's the table where Kel works when she comes to visit. So I stuffed a bunch of them under there. And I saw this one. I thought, I wonder what the heck is in there. And I thought, well, this might be a fun stream to just unload what's in here and then make something. And I'm guessing it's going to be a journal of some kind. Now, I'm not saying I'm not going to throw some stuff away. I might. But the idea is, at least at this point, is to make something with what I've shoved in here. Okay. So now see, I saved this little bit. I mean, come on. Okay, I cannot throw that out. Look at all these little things here. This obviously is from a digital. I don't know who's digital. Right? Now, do you save these things? These little words that are on the digitals? Come on. Sweet vintage prints. I guess that's whose stuff this is. How convenient is that? Look how cute these are. Just shoved in a bag, loose. Not in an envelope, just in a bag. Pretty little butterfly. Okay, here we go. Now, I may not use what's in this bag in this particular project because they might be earmarked for another project. Okay, I just got a message from Anne Marit. I'm not going to look at it right this second, but I will look at it. This, I believe, I want for my Blue Bloom journal that I want to create. So this is going to be set aside because I definitely want to use these for my Blue Bloom, which a lot of this may be. Oh, look at here's a little piece of Fabrico. Okay, Ange says, you are all in my heart, but I'm really close to Aaron, Candy, and Dana. Well, that's very nice, Angie, because the thing of it is, we can't be in a super involved relationship with everybody. We just don't have that kind of time. And, the separation and distance makes it difficult. And you're going to find that you're closer in your ideology, your likes, how you like to spend your free time, maybe even what you read. You're going to connect deeper with certain people. That's just the reality of it. And there's nothing wrong with that, So I'm really, really happy to find that you've got a couple gals that you're really super close to. I think that's wonderful. All right, Anne Marit said, hey, I shared a picture of my cat, and I don't even want to try to mention how to pronounce the saying of that name. I might get myself in trouble. So thank you, Anne Marit. I'm going to add your little kitty cat to your page. That is really cool. Okay, so these are going to go. I'm going to put these. You know what? I'm going to do? I do have a pouch for my Blue Bloom. Boy, that's hard to say together. But for right now, for today, I'm just going to put them back in this little folder. All right, now it looks like I've started something here. See how I do? See how I've got this all together like a little file folder? So we're going to put that aside for a moment. This is blue. Oh, I remember doing this. Was so fun. Okay, look at this little strip. Little strip. I know it's crazy saving these little pieces, but this could look really cute on something, right? This, I took fabric and I took either a napkin or maybe a rice paper, and I put golden matte medium on this, and then let them dry. And look, they get real stiff. But so you can punch out tabs or little shapes or run them through your die cutter, and you can get like a shape of a bird. I love my little bird die cutter, and they look so cute put on a page. Okay, just saying. Look at all this stuff. So here's your mama. Debbie and I were talking last night about fussy cutting. And this is somebody's digital that obviously these look like they all go together. So I'm thinking I am seeing a theme here. Now, see, this kind of thing just kind of makes me cray. Just because I don't cut so well. See how poorly I cut that? I might have to trim that right off. See, these folks that make these digitals, they look great when you print them, but when I go to cut them, they don't turn out so good. So I'm better off with straight edges. Well, that's not true either. I cut crooked. Look, these are like all little tuck spots and pouches I can make. This is pretty cute stuff. I'll have to go back and look, and I'll try to. I'm terrible at this. I'll try to go back and look at whose digital this is and put it in my description box. Angie says, I'm just glad you let me come to your channels. Lori, you've been so kind to me, and Jacqueline is so nice. I'm glad that she is so. Yes, it is very nice. And you know what, Angie, we're glad too. We're glad too. Now, I do print on the presentation paper, which does make a nicer presentation. Okay. Oh, I do love green. I do love green. Look at that postcard. See, they're just blank on the back because this is a digital. Let's get digital. There's some words. Oh boy, I got a lot to work with here. Who knows why I just threw this? Now this looks like an envelope. When you print and they have envelopes, I struggle with this too to get them folded on the right spot so they fold nice. Maybe Peggy's got a tip for me there. This is some kind of little envelope. All right. Look at all of them. Man, I was just fussying away, wasn't I? Look at it. I can make 3 journals. Nicole says, Angie, I'm sorry to hear that someone was mean to you when you first saw. Oh, I missed that part. Yeah, people can be unkind. Everyone I've known in these communities have always been so supportive. I hate it. Yeah, but you have to take something into consideration too. Especially when somebody's typing okay, maybe I shouldn't say this, but when you're typing stuff in chat, there's no body language. There's no inflection in someone's voice, right? I think this is Jacqueline's paper. Now I'm going to put this in with my blue bloom. So you have to take, I think, a lot of things with a grain of salt, and some of us are more sensitive than others. I tend to think, I probably didn't mean that the way it sounded. And I think in a lot of cases, that's the case. And you may say in it, like, for example, I was just speaking with someone and they were just a little, maybe miffed that someone didn't say good morning. They just said not said, but typed morning instead of good morning. But if I'm speaking to you and I say morning, that's a lot different than morning, you know? Um, and sometimes it's just demeanor. It's just how someone is, you know? Yeah, sarcasm does not do well in chat. And so I would just encourage us to give people a second chance. Um, you know, look at there. I probably have been looking all over for this bad boy. All right, I just had mine. Now, wait a minute. I'm going to do this right now. I just had my storage, my envelope storage journal, if you will. And I've got my Tim Holtzes in here, but these are the stencils I use on a regular basis. And I keep this in my drawer right to the right of me. So I'm just going to pop that right back in there so he doesn't go missing again. See? Now, if I would do that every day, all day long, I'd be in much better shape. Hi, Gail. Good morning. Oh my gosh, Gail, it is cold out there today. And the wind, as Kellyanne would say, holy Hannah. Ooh. All right, so now this, it looks like I was fiddling around and stitching around some of this jazz, but there's a little blue, but there's a lot of pink, so I'm going to put it with this. Oh, here we go. Hold on. Look at all this stuff. All right, now this I know is a Bloom digital, Amity Bloom. She's got these little Polaroids, so that's going to go with my Bloom. Anything that's kind of bluish or purpley, I'm going to put in with that Bloom stuff. Now, see, I've got Pinky Dinks over here. Yes, we've got bright and sunny too, but I didn't check the temp. But I had Jenny out, and oh, my. And then my husband, my dear husband, as many of you know, he's got his foot in a cast, and he can't. Hey, Malia, he can't put any weight on it. So he's been using a scooter. So I call him Scooter. Okay. Joyce, really? Well, we left up our bluebird box and I saw a guy scooting in. There wasn't a bluebird. I saw a bird scooting in there and I thought, well, how smart is he? Because he's out of the wind and everything. I bought bird seed. Scooter doesn't know it yet, but I got to figure out a way to get it out there. Anyway, Scooter was outside, out back here on his scooter with the shovel, a snow shovel, trying to clear away for our dear little puppy dog because she's been having a heck of a time. All right, here's some little like labels and words just on regular paper. And I could use this envelope to put some of those little bits. All right, here's some more pinky pink. Pinky pink, pinky pink. Oh, look at this little jazz bow. Oh, this is a what do they call it? Slot and tab book. I think Jean, what's her last name? Jean, somebody help me. Bainey, Jean, she had a video up or something and teaching how to do this where you make the little slots, a slot, and then you tabs and you tuck them all together and you make a little. So that's a cute piece of painting paper right there. I might rip it. Peters. Thanks, Joyce. Jean Peters. Yeah, Jean Beanie's it's Jean Peters was teaching that. All right, this is some more lovely, I believe. I'm putting that in the blue section. And so what he did was he was chipping. Oh, this is blue. He was chipping the snow and stuff and like tossing it. We have two little gardens, the circle garden and the garden by our patio. He was chipping it and tossing, chipping and tossing and chipping. So what happened when he did that was, this is going to go on my scrap thing when I say, oh, where do I have a piece of paper? I toss them in the drawer. And what happened was it froze even harder, right? So now when the kid goes out to try to go to the bathroom, we can have her on a cord so she doesn't run away because she tends to do that. Oh, look at this. Look at this. This has got possibilities, huh? This is what I was doing. This is an idea from Natasha Treasure Books. So her little cord gets stuck on these blocks of snow, which now are like icy, and the kid can't get in and get to the door. So last night, I got my slippers kicked off. I take her out, and she's not coming, and she's not. See, now I save all this stuff, and I never use it. But see, this has such a good feel to it. Wouldn't it be fun? Hey, Cal, good morning. It would be fun to be taping some of this stuff on top of here, huh? Let's put that. Oh, maybe this can go. Maybe that. Oh, wait a minute. We might have something in the works right there. Wait a minute. Hold the phone. Okay, right there. This is leftovers from a cut apart Daphne's diary. Look, lace just in there. I cut apart the Daphne's diary. I made several journals. I think Mary won one. I don't know what I do with the other ones. Maybe a couple people won them. But I think this part I was keeping for myself. And as you can see, I never did anything with it. So that's in the works. This is blues and yellows. Oh, thanks, Peggy. Oh, yeah, this is fabric. I'm not sure. I might have gotten this from Pearl. But see, that would look cute in a little pink number. Now, these are just craft colored number 10s. And it looks like I had something up my sleeve here. So I think I've got a couple of things I can make. Hey, Connie, good morning. No, that's not connected. How was it? All right, so this is definitely blue, but not what I want for bloom, I don't believe. It looks like I was going to make an envelope journal here. Now, we all make things differently. Debbie and I were talking about Who's Your Mama and I were talking about last night. Envelope journals. Now, Debbie is fairly new to this art journey, and she sent me some videos and pictures of what she's done, and she's doing a great job. And she says she's not creative. She's definitely creative. And her journals that she's made just are adorable. They just really are adorable. So keep at it, Debbie. You're doing great. So this is all going to be a project, okay? This needs to go. I don't know where that needs to go, but that's my Daphne's. That's a separate thing. These little bits here are going to go in my folder where I'm just tucking for today my bloom stuff. Oh, wait a minute. Kel's got something going on there. Let me see what she's got. All right, Kel is requesting prayer for her aunt. My Aunt Viv's celebration of life. Oh, okay. Pray for discernment, wisdom, peace, and comfort. There are a lot of emotions in me. I don't want to say anything wrong. I think Kel, oh, you're welcome, Debbie. I think Kel and I are pretty close. And, I'm not just going to say personal things out loud here, but I will say this. Kel has a very tender heart, and she wants to be a good witness, and she wants to be a good niece But there are a lot of family dynamics involved with the passing of her Aunt Viv. So it's just been difficult. So if you could just keep her and her family um, in prayer. Her cousin is very ill. Her one cousin, a daughter to the aunt that she's lost, is quite ill, and there are other siblings involved, and it's just a hard time. So if you could remember them, that would be great. Thanks for mentioning that, Cal. A lot of times it's difficult to ask for prayer. It leaves us very vulnerable. Um, but it is a privilege to pray for one another. That's what I believe. It's a privilege to pray. So if you would do that, that would be really great. Yes, family issues are definitely tough. And all that to say, my nephew, speaking of family, who's been struggling with alcoholism, is 101 days sober. So, of course, for him, it's a little number. He can't wait till he gets to 1,000. But we're just praising the Lord that he's making progress in this area of his life. So, oh no, Peggy, really? Okay, good. This is great, girls. All right, so hold on. Where did Lori put her prayer thing? All right, so Peggy says her daughter-in-law's dad had a stroke 2 days ago. That's just tough stuff, and we're all getting older. Oh, thanks, Peggy. Yeah, I'm so proud of them. It's not been easy. And if you've not experienced this kind of thing in your family or personally, um, you know, it's hard if you have that kind of addiction or addiction of any kind. And you outsource, you go somewhere to get some help and you get yourself straightened up, you think. And then you go back home or you go back to your own apartment or you go back to your old job. You're thrown back into a situation where, okay, Devin, have a great day, where maybe you're enabled, you know? Okay, Kel. Um, so it's hard to stay on the path. And then sometimes if you go to others and other facilities, they're not what they promise. They're not what they advertise. And so that's what we're finding with my nephew. He's living in a I don't want to call it a halfway house, but I guess it's kind of a halfway house. And they promise, see, my nephew works shift work. And so a lot of these facilities do not want to take someone on who's doing shift work because they have a schedule where they have talks and prayers and um, lessons and encouragement, to help these folks. And shift workers, they don't fit. They don't fit in. They don't fit in. So this place said they would help him and work with his schedule. Well, guess what? That's not true. It's just not true. And so now he finds himself trying to get back into his job, which is also proving to be difficult because everything takes an exasperating amount of time. Thanks, Lynn. And he's just not getting the help that he needs. And so it's like, what next? What step is next for him so he can try to stay on the straight and narrow, if you will. Jenny Roberts, good morning. Good morning. Okay, I think this is a normal pen. That's one thing about a craft pen. No, see, it's not a normal pen. I wonder if that writes. I need to find me a where I need a wiggle pen. Here we go. Let's get this. Jay calls these a wiggle pen. See how it wiggles? 5 Below. My husband said the other day when we were out and about, they should rename 5 Below to 10 Below. I said, that's a good idea. Okay, so I'm going to put, what's today? February. February. I don't know if I spelled that right. 2026. So we've got Kel and Aunt Viv. And then I've got Peggy daughter-in-law's dad. And I have to remember Teresa. I haven't heard from Teresa. I don't know if she's scheduled her procedure. I know, right? I love these pens. I've got a mushroom. I've got other flowers. They're just every time I go in Five Below, I gotta buy one. And these are only $1, or at least they were, or maybe $1.25. $1.25. Oh, Brenda says I find out tomorrow if I'm doing chemo. Okay, so we got to do G3. Brenda. We're just going to say results. And if anybody's keeping track, our daughter is doing well. She's healing up well. And she goes back to work on Wednesday already. Okay. In a big enough town, he can go to different meetings and different times until he finds, yeah. But that's easy. Yeah, and you were right, Lynn. You were right. You're not. It's like speaking. They say speaking to the choir. His parents have been trying to, but it's not just. It's just not just the alcohol. There's other jazz too that feeds into all that. And he's got anxiety, and he's got this, and he's got. It should be easy, but it's not always. Okay, so this is another digital that obviously I had printed off. Now, why I guess these were going to be a signature. And then pockets. Let's just see how much. I wonder if I can put them in here. Maybe I can put them in here, huh? Let's see what else I got here. It's funny. Jack won't say, that's my paper. I know that's my paper. See, it's funny. I know this is my paper. It's not that great, but it's my paper. This is a little, oh, look at there. This is a card. I love Eiffel Tower stuff. And look, another envelope of more of the same of that other pink stuff. Other pink stuff. All right. So let's just start. You know what I think I'm going to do right off is get some of this smaller. I wonder if that'll all fit in there. Probably not. Look at some of these smaller bits, just so I can move them without losing a bunch of bits, and just stick them in here. Now these bigger pieces I might be able to use right off. Now I can always go back in here and pull stuff out, but let's start, as they say, at the very beginning. Okay, wait a minute. I don't want to miss anything here about Ollie's. We are getting an Ollie's, Joyce says. Oh, that's cool. Ollie's is cool. Yep, I agree, Cynthia. Sign up for Ollie's Army. Oh, I didn't know about that, Cynthia. Found packs of, Connie says she found packs of vellum paper at Ollie's for 69 cents. Ooh, I wonder if the scoop feels like going to Ollie's. Brenda says, G3 Brenda says, Ollie's bought much of Joanne's things. And then Joyce wants to know if the Ollie's Army is discounts. And Cynthia said it has rewards that they don't cost anything. Oh, I didn't know that. See, my husband likes Ollie's. He'll go to Ollie's. Well, he'll go to most places. He's a pretty nice guy. But as a reminder, I'll just tell you too, Thursday, Scooter and I are going to the surgeon, and we're hoping that he's going to get his walking cast. Whoop, 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 whoop. Yeah, I didn't know about Ollie's Army. My husband could get into that too. Yeah. I like getting books for the this shouldn't go in there, but it's going to go in there. What do I call them? The littles for the grands. I love going there. They usually have some fun books and stuff. These are not going to fit because they're a little wider, but all right, let's see. Now I'm going to see if I can squish that off to the side without it avalanching on me. Avalanche. Malia says, I get 15% coupons a few times a year from there or them. I'm thinking she's saying it's their rewards. I think if you spend a bunch, you get extra discounts, but I only go every once in a while. Yeah, that's what we do. Hey, Patty, good morning. How nice to see you. All right, so this obviously is a healthcare little flyer. Voila, junk mail. All right. And I like the size and I like the way it feels. So I put it in with my, craft stuff. Like, why wouldn't I? Why wouldn't I? So these are digitals I had printed, which obviously I was going to make them into signatures. But hey, I don't remember. And I think a lot of this will bring nothing safe in your art space. If I don't do a project right away and I shove this in a storage bag, thanks, Peggy. All bets are off. That's all I'm saying. All bets are off. So I'm going to look for something for a front cover, and I don't think this is going to be it. Boy, that's just a little bit too. I'm not even going to get involved with cutting that. You know what? Because I always do it crooked. It doesn't turn out well for me. So I'm just gonna bloom it, I think. Now, see, these are all like regular papers like this. See, I rounded the corners. That's unusual for me. I like rounded corners, but I don't usually do it. Ooh, look at that. But see, I'm looking for a design that is landscape that I think will work better with, which probably none of these are, if I'm honest. Oh, this one could work. This is more landscape. Hold on, this is probably too short. Hold on. Maybe I should wrap it. See, it doesn't wrap the right way. Am I driving you crazy? I apologize. I don't mean to drive you crazy. So I'm driving myself crazy. See, I've just got no space to throw anything because it's like a rat's nest here. It really truly is like a rat's nest, and I've got every available space covered with debris. I know I'm making progress, but it's slow. It is slow process because in between my days here with you. Okay, Cynthia's got to go. Okay, enjoy your day as well. Thanks for coming in. Lemon would work too. I wonder if I just wrap it. Oh, see, this one didn't print right. That's why I was folding that. See, I'm going to have a fold there. But if I glue that down and then put, lace or something there, that'll work, right? Let's do it. Let's do it. Is it, Ange? Yeah. Gail said my husband was just calling my home office the other day. Too much paper and stuff sitting around. Yeah. Well, my husband blames my home office on all the dust in the house. I'm like, really? He's like, yeah, before you started cutting paper, we didn't have all this dust. I'm like, you're out of your mind. You're just out of your mind. That's all there is to it. That's what I say. Okay, I gotta put that up. All right, so I don't want to use my Fabri-Tac, which I will say I did find my extra bottles of Fabri-Tac. But I need to have, I think, a brush, a glue brush. So I don't have my big, oh yeah, see, I don't want to pour that out. And it's somewhere I have it under here. Now this is a mess, but I don't think it matters. See, I put some, I can pick some of this out. I put some golden matte medium in a dish instead of dipping into my big tub because I don't want it to get contaminated and lumpy. I don't want it lumpy. See, and then when this dries, because I'm such a lazy bottom, instead of taking this right out to the sink and washing it, I'm going to use it again. Then I just pick out the. See, I'm a mess. I'm just a mess. And people complain about their teenagers. I might as well be a teenager because I'm probably lazier than a teenager, if you get my meaning. Yeah, well, I don't think that matters to him, Ange. I get what you're saying, but he doesn't mind it if I sit and watch him sleep. Patty, that is so great. Patty said she tells her husband, who is retired and can't hunt right now, if it bothers you, then clean it. You could be a shopper or a gambler. This is true. Although I am a bit of a shopper. Now I have my blade from France, but I always am. Oh, here it is. I keep forgetting how short it is. I love this. What did I order the other day? He's not too happy about. Oh, I want to make this bread. I saw this lady. She's an older lady. I don't know her name. I think it's Pam something. And not that this is like a healthy bread, but she has a video where she makes sourdough bread without sourdough starter. I just can't be doing the starter. Okay. I like the idea of the starter. And maybe if I was like 30, I would think about it. I mean, I saw one girl. She has like a little cupboard that sits on your counter that her starter sits in. Oh, I would be so all over that if I was 30. But first of all, Scooter doesn't like things on the counter. So a starter, I can just hear it now. Did you feed your starter today? No, I just can't be doing it, girls. So my ears perked up. Now, see, sourdough bread's supposed to be better for you, right? So I don't know how much better this is if it's not got an actual sourdough start, but it does in some ways. But it's just two ingredients. It's what's that flour? Self-rising flour and kefir. Now the trick was finding the kefir that has no flavor. Like you can go to Aldi and find kefir that's like strawberry and blueberry or strawberry banana or something. I don't want that in my bread. Okay. So finding the plain kefir was a challenge. Now supposedly Walmart has it, but we haven't been there because of the weather. And I wanted to get these ingredients in so I could try to make this bread. And you need a Dutch oven, which I thought we had. But see, Scooter is always moving stuff, guys. And now that he's a little older, he doesn't remember where he puts it. So, and I think sometimes he throws stuff away without asking me because he just wants it out of the garage. He's like, he doesn't want to keep anything or store anything. And oh my gosh, if you have something on the counter, it's just like nay, nay. You know, he doesn't want that happening. Well, I like to put stuff on the counter. Of course. Now there's a shock. So, really, Patty? Oh. So I wanted to make this bread, and he's like, a Dutch oven's pretty big. I said, I know, and it's going to make a pretty big loaf of bread. Now this is probably going to be lumpy. Hold on. So anyway, I said, where would we have the Dutch oven? So he thought he knew where it was, and he said, but you'll never find it. I'm going to have to get down there on my knees and find it. He's got his foot in the gas. He can get down on his knee very easily. He's in good shape. He can do it. So I just reminded him. I said, when you get a minute, if you could look for that, because now I got my flour, and I've got my kefir, which I ordered online, and that's cute. Don't you love little people? And if I'm not mistaken, it's 4 cups of I keep forgetting what it's called. Self-rising flour. Boop, boop, boop. Should have got my brush out first. That would have been a smart thing to do. And your kefir. And she goes through how you mix it up, and then you have to leave it sit for so many hours in the fridge and all that jazz, right? And then you put it in the Dutch. You have to heat up the Dutch oven. You put the parchment paper in and all that jazz. It's a process. Okay, I'm making bread. Come on, it's a process, all right? So, can you believe I don't have my brush sitting here? I know you can. I know you can believe it. Hold on. Let me spin. Oh, this is small, but I'm just going to use it because it's here. I don't want to use a good brush. You know what I'm saying? We use an old, on its way out brush. So he gets down on his hands and knees. Oh, well, guess what, kids? The Dutch oven's not where he thought it was. Shocker. Not under there. Okay. Now I'm looking for something to protect my page here. So I said, well, I'll look out in the garage. So, Scooter can't wait. He goes scooting out there in the garage. Well, it's not out in the garage. I don't know where we put that. Yeah. Okay. So now I got all my parts, right? Yeah. Well, this one, I need the lid for whatever this lady does. She puts the lid on it, and I don't know. I guess I could just put it in bread pans, but I wanted to do it like the lady. Just want to do it like the lady, So I'm thinking, I could probably, now I'm just painting glue on here. This is the Golden Matte Medium. Boop. Because I really, this is not cheap. I get that. But I'm not drinking it, and it doesn't wrinkle my paper. And for certain things, when I'm gluing down a big piece of whatever, I like to use it. So you gotta do what you like to do. I'm just gonna put this in here. I should have put some on the back of this paper as well, but I'm not doing it. I'm just going to glue this down. It's crooked. Hold on. I don't know if I'm going to have any wiggle room here. And I just stuck my finger in it. This is like a comedy routine here sometimes, don't you think? Where's Kel? Got my circus going on. So, this old gray mare, I'm not really gray, I'm purple, but anyway, I go on the interweb. I'm thinking, how much can a Dutch oven be? Ooh, that's great, Malia. Nice. I love when that happens. That was a blessing for you. Nice. So I thought, how much can they be? Well, they can be. Okay. So I didn't want to spend what they're asking for most of the ovens. Now I'm hoping to make more than one loaf of bread, even still. So I'm looking for the best deal I can find. Now I'm just going to try to tighten this up and glue on the back here. Now that's my back cover, going to be my back cover. And this is my front. So see, I'm off here. I got crooked, but we'll address that in a little bit. And all right, so now this one, let's put a little glue on both halves, which I should have done the other. So I find this little kettle. It's just small. He's not going to eat the sourdough. This is just for me. And it was $19, and it's got the lid. It's adorable. It's cast iron, seasoned cast iron. Storage is not going to be an issue. And I can make a small loaf of bread. I'm going to cut my recipe in half. So I ordered it. Scooter's not happy. Scooter's not happy. So it's supposed to come today. Now the thing with this recipe is once you mix the bread, once you put your flour in and your kefir and you mix it just like with a wooden spoon, you take little pinches up from the bottom and you bring it up and push it down in the center. Bring it up, push it. Just keep turning your bowl, putting it up, push it down, bring it up, push it down. And when you get that all done, you cover it with the plastic wrap, real well. Put it in your fridge for at least 6 to 8 hours before you bake it. Then you want to make sure, like a half hour before you're going to bake it, 400-degree oven, you put your Dutch oven in with your lid into your regular oven for half an hour. And then when you bring that out, you dump your dough onto a floured surface and you just keep, I know, but it's small, Peggy. It's a small one. All right. So you dump out your dough, and she just keeps moving it and moving it and smoothing it into this cute little loaf. Then you put it on parchment paper. Then you carefully put your parchment paper down into the Dutch oven because that baby's hot. When you take the lid off, it's smoking, it's steaming. Put it back in the oven for, I think she said, like 30 minutes. Now, some of the comments, some of the girls were saying some of theirs bread was not quite finished baking, but I guess that's got to do with your oven and all that too. So there's a learning curve with everything. Come on, Stewie, you gotta move over there. I need some extra space. So that's supposed to come today. So then I just have to gauge when I'm going to mix it. She said you don't want to leave it in the refrigerator for more than 12 hours because then it gets wet and it doesn't turn out as nice. So 6 to 8 hours is a good window. All right. So now I'm just going to start putting some of these things that I already have printed on these pages. So it's going to be kind of really like a mini balloon, really. Then just slice with butter on it. But they have some of these bread kits. Oh my gosh. Okay, now I need my corner rounder. You get the little knife where you can slice some designs in the top. I mean, I'm definitely a gadget girl. My son he is my clone. You know, he never liked to play the sports. He just wanted all the gadgets for the sport. That's it. That's his mother. That's me. All right, so that's not it. I need the other one. Come on, I know you're in there. Just all right. I'm going to do the half. I think this looks like a half. I did a half. These aren't going to match up great, but I think it'll be okay. I should probably do a few pages at a time. I'm terrible at this corner round in jazz. I don't think mine works right. It kind of is like cattywampus. I always have to flip it the other way. Do it both ways to get a nice. I mean, it's a crocodile. Or she should do this before. Lori, is it Rose Red Homestead Channel? I don't think so. This was a reel that popped up. And she's an older lady. I mean, she went over everything really. I thought I had the video saved, but I haven't been able to find it. I have to look again. Sometimes I don't know where it saves my stuff to. I'm just so not into this technology jazz. So, for some reason, I think her name was Pam. And she's got a lot of different videos. This is just the only one I watched. Oh, that's the wrong size. This paper is a little on the flimsy side, but once I get it covered up, it should be okay. See, now I don't care if this is sideways. I didn't really want that for my cover. But I don't care about the other pages. It'll be fine because I'm going to put other jazz on top. You know, I'm going to jazz it. This is the kind of jazzercise I can get on board with, girls. You hearing me? You feeling me? You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I should have gotten up, got me old bones up, and went and got myself a bigger brush. Now somebody's liable to comment. Why did you use such a small brush? Well, because this is what I had handy. And it still works. It just takes a little longer. You know? I wish I could. Is Gail on her way out? Bye, Gail. Stay warm. Have a good day. I could have glued this down here a little better. Have a great day. Oh, look, this guy. Okay. This is why Dee Dee does glue on both sides, so you don't have this. It's not really crooked. Well, it's just not glued down correctly. Hold on. So I'm just going to take this little old movie watcher card. I can hear my son saying, "You did that to your movie watcher card?" Yeah. Not watching movies anymore, dude. Okay, so I didn't get glue there real well, but I can add that. Add that another time. Now, these couple of these are from different, oh, that's different. That's that little, um, that's different. What did I do with the other pages? Oh, here's another, yeah. Oh boy, how do you choose? That's the problem. I did these double-sided because I was gonna, I could add a page. Why couldn't I add a page? I could add a page. Now, let's see if I have, I probably don't, right here, close to where I'm sitting. I'm just seeing if I have any paper that I could use to just do something plain over here. Now, the beauty of junk journaling, as most of us know, is that you can use whatever. Let's see what I got. Oh, yeah, that's another project. Hold on. Hold on. This is just a piece of like printing paper. Oh, Patty, what a good girl. Patty, it's Sunday. It's your day of rest. Patty, do you still work? So you have to be working on the weekend? You said your husband's retired, but you didn't say if you were retired, so I'm thinking maybe you're not. So next weekend's the Super Bowl, right? Pam cooks sourdough. Oh, Peggy! Girl, stop Peggy. I don't pay her enough. I don't pay you enough, Peggy. Thank you. She was so funny. This lady Pam was so. Oh, look, you can see. Oh, that's all right. She's like, it's just two ingredients, and she said, "Now, don't leave me a message and tell me, well, in the self-rising flour, you've got baking soda and da, 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 da." She said, "No, no, no, we're not doing any of that." She said, "We're just saying it's two ingredients: self-rising flour and kefir. So don't write me. I know there's other stuff in the self-rising flour, but we're not counting all that." She's so cute, and she really goes through it very succinctly with you, and explains what she's doing and all. It was very interesting, and of course, it made me want to make bread. But I buy these big loaves of sourdough at Aldi, which they're fine. They're fine. But I'm fussy, okay? I'm a big girl, but I'm fussy. You wouldn't think to look at me I would be fussy about anything. You would think I would eat anything that didn't move, quite honestly. And but I am. I'm fussy. And once the bread sits, I mean, I put it in the freezer sometimes. But yeah, that can be inconvenient and annoying. Okay, I can trim that. Um, I don't want to eat it. So I thought if I made my own, and now if I make these littler loaves, um, and it's, I get into a routine and I'm only doing half the batter, my ingredients will last me longer and I can have it fresh. Once I get the timing down, I just got to get my timing. I just got to get my timing down. That's all. I'm telling you right now, this is going to be such a fiasco. I'm really not good in the kitchen. And I can guarantee you, my husband will say, "You sure know how to make a mess," which I do. I'm really good at that. I'm so good at that. And it doesn't take me long. So if I make this bread, see, like if I'm done here, when I'm done here, like around noon, if I go right out and mix up that dough, say I get the dough ready by 1. So, like, I'll be ready to bake bread. Well, I have to wait to see if my Dutch oven's coming today and what time. I got to start there, I guess. So hold the phone. So once if I get the bread made, or when, not if, when I am going to make the bread, I am going to post a picture, and you'll know what that's all about. You'll know I haven't lost my mind. I'm using. Oh, I was going to see. I'm busy talking. Oh well, it's down. I was going to add that page in and have it be an added page, and I didn't do it. So, if you're ever thinking about doing a channel on YouTube and doing these live things, try not to talk so much while you're doing your stuff. Angie says, how do you cook without making it? Wow, honey, I don't know the answer to that question. But Scooter, he washes dishes as he goes. He's really annoying. He washes dishes as he goes, and he takes out an ingredient, and then he scoots across the kitchen and he puts it back. Yeah. He's one of those. Look, I'm getting smudges from my dirty craft card. Whew. All right, so now these are flimsy pages, but they're getting nice and getting some nice weight to them by gluing this stuff down. Now, I have not conveniently, but I have handily misplaced those extra pages that I had here. Oh yeah, I've got this. This could go in here. Now I made these a long time ago, and I was watching Lisa My Eclectic Life, and she did dyed this paper this way, and I just thought it was brilliant. So of course I had to do it. So it just took regular copy paper that you would put in your printer, and I spritzed it with a water bottle. Now I'm not sure that Lisa did that. She might have wet her water. She might have made her paper wet a different way. She might have used a brush. I don't remember that part. But I spritzed it, and then you crinkle your paper, make just little balls of crinkled paper, and then she had like an enamel kind of pan. Okay, Debbie. Hey, enjoy your day. All right, sweetie. We'll chat. Um, and she just balled them up and just made rows of them. And then she had whatever her dye was, whether it was coffee or she might have had, I forget now. She, I think, had some maybe acrylic inks and things like that. And then she just took a pipette or an eyedropper and just started squirting her color onto her dampened paper. Now, in this case, I had avocado dyed paper, and I probably had some avocado dye, some coffee. But see, then I've got some gold shiny bits. So I had some kind of metallic medium, and just squirted it on those papers. Now, if I remember correctly, I think Lisa let her paper dry and then kind of uncrunched it and straightened it out. I didn't care for that because I tend to be more like a bull in a china shop. So I opened mine when it was damp, and then I ironed it. And that's what I got. Now, I did all kinds of colors. I've got a bunch of this sitting around somewhere, a lot of bright colors. But yeah, this is some of that technique. And it was fun. I loved unfolding them and seeing all the different combinations of how the crinkly paper, took. I'll be darned. What did I do with this? Oh, I set them back here. Yeah, that's. I didn't have any space. Got plenty of them. It really is a shame to glue down these pages. So let's put something on this one. Try to see if I've got, no, I don't have any one-sided. What's this one? That's side. Also, see this one didn't print exactly right. So another piece of this. I should round those corners. She's going around the corner when she comes in. All right, half inch. I know, right, Nicole? I think so too. I'll have to look them up. I've got all of them in my Etsy shop. From an Etsy shop. Oh, this paper is so light. It's not corner rounding very easily. I just have to take the scissor to it. I just have to take the scissor. Now you don't have to use wet glue. If you have dry glue, that would be nice. But that's, that gets to be expensive too. Oops, I didn't put my. Now I bought a bunch of washi tape from Amity Bloom. Jacqueline and I were so hyped about this gal's washi tape coming for sale because we had been waiting and waiting and waiting, and she kept saying it was going to go for sale. I'm assuming she had difficulty with her supplier because she kept promising that it was going to go for sale and then it didn't. And she seems like she's on the up and up, so I think she probably had issues getting it, manufactured. No. Oh, I wish, Nicole. You're sweet. No, this is a digital I bought on Etsy from a different shop. I do have an Etsy shop, but I just have finished product in there. And right now, not much of it, but so at the end of the stream, I will do my best to remember to go through the digitals I purchased and then put the name of the shop and the link in the description box for this live. Okay. And if you don't see it there, if you're really interested and you don't see it, shoot me a message and I'll do it. It's not that I don't want to do it. It's that I am ADD for sure. And, I'll forget. I forget to use mine a lot too, and that's for sure. So I think I'm going to washi tape in a page in between these two boring pages. Okay. Now I'm going to put that in water because I'm not going to be gluing for a little bit. So I'm going to put a page right in here and hope for the best. Now I really could put these two in. Why don't I just? Okay, so I have to decide which way I want them to go. So I think I want them to go this way. And I'm just going to use washi tape. And I'm going to tape it down this side. And then I'm going to flip it. And I'm going to tape it here. Now, this is still a little damp. But I'm assuming my washi tape is going to is going to stick. Now, if I have a trouble with it, I shall. I think I want to use. See, I've got that wide one, but I've also got this narrow. I think I want the wider one. I've got other wide ones, but I think I like this pink. Pink. So now her washi, I find, really sticks down pretty well. Some washies, and it's not meant to stick permanently, okay? I mean, I get that. But sometimes you want it both ways, So I've got it there. I'm just going to take a chunka. But her washi is a nice weight, and it usually sticks pretty well. Now, you don't have to do one big continuous piece like this. You could do little tabs, and it would be fine. I'm just going to burnish this down real well. Now, as I'm using this journal, once I get it going, and I might see that I need to add some glue as a reinforcement under that tape. But now it does make this pages a little stiffer as you turn them. But that's part of junk journaling too, right? It's not manufactured. That I think I want that whole. Can you see the different variations of color she's got in there, like a widely striped wallpaper? Anyway, I was telling you about this eventually going for sale. I was beside myself. I'm not good at these types of things, and I'm trying to get one of everything. The washi tape is selling out so fast. It's like flying. It's like flying out of our shop. Talking to Jack, I'm like, she's like, it's for sale, it's up. And we're throwing stuff in our cart. Okay, this is how you're gonna see. You're gonna see how idiotic I am. Okay, it's 72 years old. So Jackal and I, we're squealing like little girls. I mean, we're so excited that this stuff has gone on sale. So I'm putting this stuff in my. Oh, okay, Len, good girl. Do those exercises. It was nice to see you. Yeah, I always forget about it too. Yeah. So we're buying this washi tape and putting it in our carts. Well, Jacqueline didn't have a problem, but mine, I couldn't tell what was in my cart and I actually had and purchased. Because if you put in your cart and you don't purchase it, and somebody else, and she only has a limited amount, somebody else gets it. So you had to put it in and purchase it, or you weren't going to get it, So that's what I'm trying to do. And I find Etsy, I guess it's on purpose. I guess I probably shouldn't say this. They're just, I think to some degree deceptive, because sometimes stuff, like with the digitals, I have the download. I can download it. I did make the purchase, and it's still in my cart. So if I go back and I'm not paying attention, I think, oh, that didn't go through, and I don't check it, and then I buy it again. You don't need two digitals. You can use them until, the cows come home. So I've wised up in that way, but I was waiting for Scooter to get out of the way. Etsy has kind of turned evil. Yeah, well, it could be. I don't pay attention to all the nonsense. I know a lot of people don't like it, but it serves a purpose for me right now, so that's where I am. But by the time it was all said and done, I bought so much washi tape. I had so many duplicates. I was going to throw up. I didn't know what. It was terrible. It was terrible. And so I sent a message, and I mean, we've sent messages to Amity Bloom before, and you know what? She doesn't answer. Let's face it, the kid probably has so many people messaging her. Okay. Oh, you're kidding, Malia. I know. He was just right out here letting the dog out, but I think he went back in the other room. If he's in the kitchen, well, I ended up not with them, Peggy. I didn't get them because I did message her and she got back to me. So I was chatting with her and she's like, no worries, this happens all the time. So she took out all my duplicates, which were a lot, but I still bought a lot. So I got one of everything I wanted, and there were some I didn't get. But I spent a boatload of money on these washi tapes. But they're very nice tapes. Their designs are nice. They're nice weight. But Peggy, I could show you what I have, what I'm willing to part. I would be happy to send you with. Yeah, I did get lucky. Um, for all the blessings you have sent my way, I would be happy to send you some washi tape for real, for real. I know. I almost feel like I missed an opportunity. I should have asked her right then while I had her attention, because she would message me and I'd answer back, and then she would message. She was sitting and doing invoices. If you can believe this kid does invoices, and when these sales happen, she's sitting there with all these things coming in. I mean, it's delightful washi tape, really and truly. Anywho, that's my story. Now, supposedly, like if you follow her, if you not anybody, if you watch her and the fabrics that she uses, I know needs and wants, it is a struggle. Um, I'm definitely in the wants column. Supposedly, she's got fabric that at some point is supposed. If that fabric ever comes live for sale, wherever you live, you hear screaming, it's me, and you know, hey, Jen. Yeah, the reviews tend to be really helpful, don't they? Yeah. Um, if this fabric ever does come on sale, um, and you hear somebody screaming, don't be concerned. It's me in Jersey. How many balloons fabrics up for sale? I mean, me and Jacqueline have a deal. If she's and she'll see it first because oh, you're welcome, Jen. I was thinking of you this morning because I get my gens mixed up. There's too many gens. So I'm so glad you popped in. It's Zen Jen. And I get you and Jen Ren mixed up. I know you're different, but I don't realize it until I see the words pop up. So I have to remember Zen Jen. How's today for you, sweetie? You doing okay today? Um, so if I get that fabric, we have a deal. If she sees it, she gets for me. If I say so, we'll both end up with doubles probably. But at this point, we've been waiting so long for it, we don't really care. I don't think it's ever going to happen, personally. All right, so this was a medical thing I got in the mail, right? Look, there's still a lot of pages here. And I'm busy flapping my jaws. Now I just added two more pages that I really didn't need. Oh, but isn't it fun? Isn't it fun? It's a good day. Nice. Feeling zen. Oh, I love hearing that. Excellent. Look, this one I'm going to slip right here, and I'm just going to glue the edges, and I'm going to make that a pocket. A pocket. All right. Look, I don't have my tab puncher out. That's buried in my drawer. I'm going to take this and give myself a little divot, or if you will, what Kellyanne say? Finger index, thumb index, finger index. A little spot there. You can see that it's a pocket. I should ink that. I'm being a little how do you say? I'm not being too diligent with mine. You ready for an Angie nap? All right, Ange, enjoy. Let's give this a little. Let's give this a little. Let's give this a little rub. I should put more ink on here. Inkity ink. All right, now I am going to use my Fabri-Tac on this because I have it in one of these. My other squeeze bottles with my matte medium. All the tips are clogged, I think. I don't feel like fussing with it. So I'll use my Fabri-Tac. Oh, you're not going? Oh, you're ready for it, but you're not going? She's not giving in. She's not giving in to the urge to nap. All right, she's hanging with us. All right. So just a little pocket. So now we're turning this junk into a glorious, glorious piece of art. Okay. Now, what do I want to do here? See, I had this folded. I guess I'm talking too loud. I had this folded for a different project. I think I'm going to tear this. And then I'm going to glue something here. Which might just be this. I don't know. I should have pulled out some. I'm trying to just use what was in that storage pouch. But I don't really have to. I mean, it's my book, right? I make the rules. Boop. Oh, I love a little punch. I love a little punch. Something's not. Something's a little out of whack. A little out of whack there. Let's see. Now, what did I do with my... See, this is why I don't get a whole lot done. Every time I do something, something else I do gives me another idea of something I want to do. Now, I'm not worried about... See, now, if you're thinking of doing this, for you folks that are maybe newbie, and you think, oh, I'll just ink it after I sit it down. See, then you're going to get this dark line. So you don't want to do that. Well, unless you like that look. I mean, that's fine. But you can put something under here to preserve this. But I'm going to cover this up. So in this case, I do not care. I do not care. Look, these don't hold up very well. These little... You can't nap? I had a girlfriend, Joyce. She always said she couldn't nap. Makes you more tired? I'll tell you why that is. Well, I can't tell you why. I'll just tell you my mother's experience was, and she swore by this, if you nap longer than 20 minutes, that's how you feel. But if you only nap 20 minutes, you'll feel great. And you'll feel refreshed when you get up. And she swore she would set an alarm my dear little mummy. And then she would just nap for 20 minutes and get up and be right as rain. She just thought that was, oh, see, that's too short. Dang it, dang it, dang it, dang it. Well, I can piece it. I can piece it. So if you've never done that, I'd be interested to know if that works for you. I set an alarm and get up in 20 minutes. Yes, their Angie naps are 5 minutes. It is a sweet mommy memory. I miss me mom. I miss my mom. And, it's just sometimes you're like, I got to talk to my mom. I'm going to call my mom. I got to call my mom. And I call. And then as soon as the phone would start ringing, I would look at the clock and it'd be 3:00. And I'd say, oh, crap, she's taking her nap. That's what time Mom took her nap every day, 3:00. Did I wake you? No. Later years, she'd say no. But when she was younger, she'd say, yes, this is my nap. This is my nap time. She was very forgiving. Now that I think I got a little too wide. So I'm going to have to let this dry before I close this, because I went a little too wide with my glue. And I don't want to glue my pocket shut. I want to be able to slip some goodies in there. I want to slip some goodies in there. My mom was a pip. She were a pip. I'll never forget the one time my sister Jackie, I painted her nails. This is before she was selling, these glue-ons. She'd gone to the salon and picked out a color, some kind of a pink. It was not a pretty pink. And she said to my mom, Mom, what would you call this color? And she's showing our mom her nails. My mom, without missing a beat, said, ugly. It was ugly. Well, let's flip this. Okay, so now that wasn't long enough, but I liked the pink, so I wanted to use it. So I pieced it here. Now I've got this gross line. I've got that gross line right there, which I'm not liking. Somewhere, I probably put it in the, I could use these. I'm going to cover that up with that little stamp. And I don't even have to use the whole thing. I could just use the one. Now you can ink it or not ink it. That's, of course, personal preference. To ink or not to ink? That is the question. I always cut crooked. Ange, does your mom nap? Well, sometimes your little peepers, your little eyes get so heavy. Like I was up earlier today, and Jacqueline and I were chatting because I was thinking about a bracelet that I wanted to buy. No, she doesn't. And Jacqueline knew which one I meant. So sure enough, she had the right one. So she was sending me a picture to make sure. And I had just been up to go to the bathroom. And I said to her, I'm going to sleep for another 45 minutes because my eyes are still so heavy. All right, so that's going to cover that little mess. Now you could, she runs to the desk. Yeah, I kind of thought that. She, like the ever-ready bunny, right? You don't have to use just paper. I could have put washi tape there, guys. That would have been a bright idea, huh? Or a little piece of fabric, anything, and a little piece of lace that might not bother you. So then you don't do anything to it. Just leave it be. You could stamp. Okay, so I just want to see, make sure. See, that's dry, so I don't have to worry about my pocket getting glued shut. Now, I'm not liking how the edges of these pages are, but I'll address those probably at a different time. Let's see how. Oh, 2 hours already. Oh gosh, it's after 12. See, we did so much visiting and fun stuff earlier in my thankful diary. I'm going to put a little bit of glue in here. That's going to be a tuck spot. Okay, I'm putting a little bit of glue on this side and this side. So while I have all this stuff out, I'm probably going to still work on this for a little bit. Probably going to just grab some lunch and just work on this. I might take my heat tool and hit some of these pages. So I still have all this stack of stuff from this storage bag, but hopefully I'll put this all together and it'll be a cute little journal by the time I'm done. Now this has to get glued down, but I'm going to do something here. I'm not sure what. So I have an inside pocket. I might put a piece of washi here. See, because I'm not liking how that is. So let's just do that. Whoop. A lot of times, some of this wider tape, it doesn't pull off the wheel right either. Hers pulls off pretty nice. Paris. Oh, I do love things. Let's see. Or look like Paris. And we need to do some on the other side too. The thing with somebody like Amity Bloom, when her stuff goes for sale, man, it just sells out so quick you can't get it. I mean, her digitals are there, but the physical stuff, I don't know if Jacqueline's ever seen her fabric go on sale. I probably not, because she would have bought it. See, that to me, that looks really cute. I should have done that after I did this. I'll have to adjust that. Okay, let's see. I hear you, Ange. I like being on the go. Up at 5, walk 2 blocks to work in a preschool room, walk home, walk my dog 1 mile. Oh my gosh, this snow has me missing my mile walk at the end of the day. Oh, Brenda. Oh, I'm glad, Vale, because I see you as liking a lot of the darker things, which I know you like. I'm thinking about putting some of that punk stuff digitals I have and making another one of those. That was fun to work with. That's a different person and different stuff. But yeah, thank you. I like these colors too. What does Jen say? I really want to put together a junk journal bag kit. I've stopped darting it. Yeah, and I miss it so much. Need something portable for couch bed. When you say portable, do you mean like a table to work at? I think I just tore that. I just tore that washi. Look, all the way down. I tore it. What a nutter. What a nutter butter. Okay, let's pull it back on. Oh, I brandished it so well I can't get it off. I have an idea for you if you're looking for. Depends on how you answer. Oh, Jen. I know, right? Yeah, this is good washi. Yeah, Jen, tell me. Look, well, then I glued that down. Um, what kind of, you need both something for a lap and supplies and pretty storage. Okay, this is what I do. I don't have, I believe, as serious issues as you might be facing, but I have to sit and have my legs up a good part of the day, at least in the evenings. And now I happen to look into this item at a thrift shop, but I'm sure you can buy them. But what I got was one of those tables, like if you're in the hospital and they slide the table over your bed so the legs go under your bed and the table can come across your lap. Because I've said this before, I'm a fatty. So, like to have a little thing that goes over my lap. They don't make them that big, They make them for kids and for normal sized people. So I've got this table now. It doesn't work as well with my comfy chair at present, but before the bottom part could slide under my chair, and the table just came across my lap. And it's just been brilliant for me. So I don't know if that's something you could consider. And then when I wanted to get it up, I just give it a push and it rolls away, you know? Oh, oh, Nicole, that's nice. Yeah, this works really great for me. It's covered with crap. It always looks awful. If we're having guests in, I have to wheel it into my room because it's an embarrassment. But it serves a purpose and it works for me, you know? Okay, so see, I kind of tore it there too. Oh, my nutter. Oh, my nutter. I pushed that too hard and I tore it. So we'll just keep that between us. Don't tell anybody that's tore. This tore. Dale says, Jen, I bought myself one of those lap desks that are padded on the bottom for comfort. Now, see, and that's that's good. But like for me, the kind of person I am, I'm too junky. And I want stuff sitting right where I can grab it. And I do different stuff. So the thing you use, Vale, that wouldn't work for me. Um, because I need something to be like a little more permanent. Plus, I I have no lap. Anyway, well, with my legs up, I guess I do. Picky said I bought a lap desk with some supplies from the American craft sale. It was $46, reduced from 155. It's a metal box with a wood top. It came with scissors, tweezers, cutting mat. Oh, well, that sounds delicious. Mm. Yeah, what you have, Nicole, sounds like ideal. See, I could trim this up here. I probably am going to put some lace or something up there, but this is all still damp, so I'm just going to leave it be. Yeah, I keep mine. I mean, my husband, God bless him, because he really does not like a mess or clutter. And I'm so fresh. And I'm always saying, "Who's coming? Is the Pope coming to visit?" I don't care if the Pope comes to visit. The Pope's not coming to visit. Is my point. I mean, it's just him and I. Nobody visits us here. They think we live in Guam. Give me a break. And I use it every day. I use it every day. But I'm sorry to hear that watching some of us are is upsetting and not encouraging for you. I mean, I think I get what you're saying. I don't want to make you feel bad about it, but I hate the thought of you feeling bad like that and you're by yourself when we could be like, chumming it up online. Chumming it up. I have to do another art connection sessions. I haven't done that in the last little while. I don't know. Okay, I got to wrap this up because I'm going to be impeding on somebody else's time in a little bit, I think. So here's the dealio. It's February. So curiously, Michelle has gotten together some artisans that are going to decorate chocolate boxes. And we were a prerequisite to being a part of this collab, if you will, is you had to eat the chocolate. I was not on board with that. She made us do it. So this is on Michelle. So you had to eat your chocolate. Look, these pages aren't even torn. It's like still one page. Hold on. Taking my little blade in there trying to. I don't think I didn't glue that. Did I? Maybe I did glue. Okay, I glued it. And so February 1st through the 14th, there should be somebody either posting a video or on live decorating a chocolate box. So keep your eye for that. I'm sure you could check Michelle's channel on YouTube and find the list of participants. Oh, thanks, Jen. It was so nice to see you. I hope your day continues to be manageable and fun. So I'm doing my shtick on this adventure on the 7th, which is this Saturday. And I think I'm going to do it at 10. I was thinking a little earlier, but I'm just going to say 10. And of course, you can watch the replays. Yeah, so something different. It should be fun. I've got my ideas together. Of course, I have no idea how it's going to turn out. So you could say I'm kind of in some ways winging it. I didn't do a sample. Oh dear Lord, I didn't want to eat 2 boxes of chocolate. You see what I'm saying? So that's coming up. And just as a reminder, we're hoping Scooter's getting his cast off. He's sure he's going to get his cast off. I'm not so sure, but at the very least, they're going to x-ray it and see how the healing has gone. And we're thinking he'll get his welcome boot. So that's Thursday. That was the only day they could schedule us. And of course, that's a priority. So I'm switching. I think it's Curiously Michelle. See, I'm unprepared, Joyce. I can, if Peggy can't find her, which I'm sure she can, remind me later, Joyce, and I'll find it and send it to you. But I think she's Curiously Michelle. I think sometimes she's in the balcony, but I don't know if she's here today. Yeah, because I don't know. Now, Beth is doing hers. I don't know what day, but Beth is doing hers, I think, during one of her normal slots. I think. Yeah, but I think there's 14 of us. All right. And, so Thursday. So we have to go. Our appointment's 8:00. So, I mean, we should be back. This just keeps sticking to itself. So we should be back in time, but I'm moving my regular. Thanks, Peggy. You're amazing. Thank you so much. Um, I'm moving my regular time on this Thursday, which is February 5th to 11, which will give me enough to get home. Hopefully I'll have my desk and I'll be ready to go. But I don't want to say like 10:15 or 10:30 and we're just leaving the parking lot at the doctor's office. So just going to give myself extra little time there. So if you can join me, that would be great. So there's lots to do online here today. So don't forget that. And, reach out. Don't forget Arkell. She requested prayer. She's at a memorial celebration of life for her Aunt Viv. And she asked prayer for that. So I got a couple other things here too. Um, I wrote them in my, oh, here it is. Here we go. I think Teresa's got to schedule some kind of procedure. I don't know if she's done that. I got to check with her. Peggy's daughter-in-law's dad has had a stroke, so remember him. And then G3 is getting some results, and she'll find out. What did you say, Brenda? I think you said tomorrow. Gosh, I didn't write that part down. To determine how her course of action for what she's been going through, what the next step is. She's going to find out whether she's going to be doing radiation or chemo. So we need to keep her in prayer and pray for her dear Judy. Judy O has lost a sister. Sounded like that was kind of sudden. Look, here's my mushroom. Now this one's a regular pen. The other one's like a fine tip. Judy. Oh, yeah. So, and I'm sure you know other ones too, folks that are maybe needing a little, just a little hello or a little IG message or text message to say, yeah, thinking about you today or whatever. And like, who doesn't like that? Okay. I mean, really, who doesn't like that? So, anywho, thanks for coming in and joining me. We had a really nice crowd today. That was really nice to see everybody. We had some new gals come over from Ginger Pan, so it was nice. I'm sure that's where most of them come from. So, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. And I put a little bit of a dent in the storage pocket that I had. I'm going to take the Amity Bloom items and find my Amity Bloom pocket and put them all together. And then the leftover bits here that I still can work and do. I think I can get 3 different little journals out of just what was in this one storage pocket. Oh my word. Okay. Jeez Louise. All right. Nice to see you all. Have a great rest of your day. And yeah, so hopefully I'll see you somewhere next week. Take care. No slipping and sliding. Okay, no falling down the ice. Just stay in if you can. Okay, just stay in. So until we meet again, do some art, right? Take time to be creative. Enjoy the journey. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye for now.